Okay, so come on under the vehicle. And the CV, the one I was talking about, connected to the CV, the bolt, it's not that top one, but you see that bottom one right here? That's what it's going to be. So we're going to try to remove that one, just to get a little flex in the CV axle so we can move it to get this alternator out. All right. I just snapped this adapter. It just broke. Trying to get this axle off. I mean this CV axle nut. I'm gonna try another tip. And when it comes to small adapters like that, I know it does happen. I don't have this is not cheap quality stuff, so but be sure when you invest in your tools, invest, try to get the best that you can, get. We ain't going this far to give up, all right? Yeah, and I can show y'all. Crazy, right? Alright, so let me knock that out and then get back to it. Alright, so to avoid that, you want to try to mimic since I can't get the rubber hammer up here, I gotta try to mimic the impact gun by pressure, off, pressure off. Not just one pressure, keep pulling. That's how you break your, destroy your tools. So I'm gonna just do pressure on, pressure off. But at the same time, I'm trying to get it to turn a little bit each time. Just to break it, loose. There we go. There we go. There you go. Baby ratchet. It's always. There we go. Alright, there's the top one. There's the second one. Alright. Yeah, it's wiggling, so it can move some. So let's go back to the other side. Alright. Okay, so with the CV axle screws both of the top and bottom nuts out. Pull those bolts out. This should give us a little play. Yep. Yeah, it moves a little. I hope that'll do it. There we go. Woo-hoo. Yeah. That baby is out. Haha. Yeah. We got it out, y'all. We good, y'all. We did it. We did it. I know y'all could do it. I knew it. You just gotta be patient. Patience is a virtue. Alright, so we took the battery connector off. That got the rubber over it. You know, the little bolt. Took that off. We took the clip out, the power clip. And then we had the little connector. That wire, it was just in the bracket here. And that's all we gotta worry about. So let's get the new John and put it back on. I do believe you get a cord charge for the alternator, so you can always take that back and get whatever kind of money back. Let that sit a while. It's jacked up, bro. It's like welded. Alright, I'll resume when I get it, guys. Okay? Alright, y'all. This thing is really in there and like welded together, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these bolts off and take this alternator apart and see can I get it out that way. That's alright, guys. We're halfway there. We got it out. So we know that this one can go in, but that one came out. And let's hope that going in will be very easier than coming out. This one is fused to the metal. It's not coming off. And hammering and hammering, I jeopardized the tread on the. It's in here, y'all. It's not coming off. So I'ma just order another one, a bolt to hold it. Just like this is not consecutive, but this is day 3 of working on it. I just ordered the alternator bolt. If you guys remember, I left off, the alternator bolt was so old, it was welded to the alternator and it couldn't be removed. So I had to order a new one from Amazon. I got it for like $6. And it's the exact same one with the square head. So we can continue putting it back in. I started, I connected the clips. I connected the harness clip to the alternator, electrical clip, and the battery cable to the back of it that goes on the alternator itself. I tightened my CV axle, the bracket inside that we took loose. I tightened that back up already. So I'm gonna get this bolt on and hopefully have an way easier time completing this job today. it seems as though this is the lip that should be on the inside. This lip here should be over here, because this is the outside of the alternator, but it's vice versa. Let me get it and show you. All right, we have the old one here, right? And as you can see, here's the lip. Here's the square bolt. Here's the lip. It's at the back of the alternator, away from the pulley wheel. This lip is at the front of the alternator. Oh, let me see something. Let me check the belt if it's going to fit on the alternator or not. Come on up here. This is why it's important to know what alternator to get. 9 times out of 10, if it's made that way, there's a lot of different aspects to this. This belt, this is a wide, I don't think this belt is going to fit, you know. So we have to do another delay, y'all. And get the right alternator. Of course, this belt, look at that, look at this wheel. See the width of this wheel? Let me zoom in. We got 5 grooves there. We got 3 in this alternator. This belt will not fit. It'll go on, but it's gonna cause trouble. It may even slip off, so we need the right alternator. But this video showed you guys how to take it out. All right. Okay, guys, we got the new alternator. All right. It's been about 3 days. We have the new alternator, the correct one. I believe it is the correct one. The box is bigger. The grooves itself, you know, the belt harness is bigger, as you can see. Yeah, this looks just like the old one, with the exception of this little bracket here where the bolt goes at. So we're going to see if it is an issue. That can get knocked out, because here is the flat part that holds the flat bolts. So hopefully that's not an issue. But we're going to see what's good with it. Of course, the battery cable goes here, and the electrical clip goes in there. All right, let's get to it. I may have to drop the CV axle again. Not the axle itself, but just the brace. You remember that. You remember the screw in there. I had to remove and then tighten back up. Hopefully that's not the case, but I will see. And again, I have a bigger alternator that has to go in that tight, this tight space here. So it's a lot of maneuvering and shifting, but hopefully, again, I don't have to take those bolts out the CV axle holder. All right, so I'm gonna get to it. What I'm gonna do is I want to give you guys a look at the bracket before I do put this down. So I'm gonna show y'all where this bolt sits in. For those that may never seen it, this the groove that the bolt sits in for the actual alternator. See, that's it. Little C groove. It is actually going to be a problem because I don't even know why they make it. Why that's made this way. Why is this round thing here when we need the flat part to keep this flat part from turning so that the bolt can tighten up? See, it's going to turn. But this flat lip down here keeps it from turning because this is going to be the inside of the motor. This is going to be facing the inside. So I have to knock this out if I could. You know what? I need just a little more room, so I'm going to take those braces. I'm going to take the axle nut. Yeah, I can do that. And it's not a big deal. So I can get this part to shift down a little bit. Hey, it's in there. Woo. Yeah, all right. Let me get it seated. Actually, I ain't gonna seat it yet. I gotta connect the electrical. I think I can do the clip from down here. Not moving the little piece that was in the way of the alternator because it's there for a purpose. No, we don't need that. It needs to be out the way. And as you can see, the alternator will not fit in the C groove, right? It won't fit in here on the inside because that piece is it's blocking it, y'all. Hold on, let me back out. I'm sorry for the shakiness of the camera. Trying to do this with one hand, and there we go. Alright, so that piece is in the way. I should have got it out the way when I had the chance, instead of trying to use every piece, but it's in the way. And you can see inside, yeah, that piece is in the way. So I'm gonna knock that out. I'm gonna take that off. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There it is. I was able to knock it out without taking the alternator out. And at the same time, I was able to connect that electrical clip, which is more awesome. I think I can reach. Yeah, I'm gonna tighten that battery cable onto the alternator. I'm gonna tighten that up to the 12. Alright, so I got the alternator in and got it tightened up. We're about to put the belt back on. And then I'm gonna show you the part I skipped as I was taking it out that I didn't show you. But you can see my ratchet already in the pulley groove, and I got it on tighten because I gotta pull it down. But we gotta put the belt back onto the wheel. Oh man. We gotta put the belt back onto the wheel, so I want y'all to see me do that. And it's pressurized, the pulley, so you gotta be careful that the grip is right. You don't want nothing to slip and cause any harm to yourself. You know, your hand get caught up in between anything. Woo! It's in there. All right, so we're gonna get these brackets back connected that I took off. Show y'all, because I did not show you as I took it out. Okay, y'all. This is the bracket I didn't show y'all I took out. All right. This is what that power steering hose was attached to. This part, and this part was attached to the frame of the car. It sits right here. All right. And that gave me a little more room to work with. So you do have to. Earlier when I was taking it out, I said it don't make no difference if you take this bolt out. No, I had to remove the whole bracket. The whole bracket. And then this part again, right here. Can you guys see it? I gotta connect this back to that. I got the screw. Yeah. Okay, we got that back in there. Got that. Make sure it's tight as it can get. Yeah. We're good on that. Okay, so as you can see, we put the covers back on, put the bracket back on. Now I'm about to put this liner back on. Okay, we're about to put the liner back on. Everything we took off as we took the alternator out, we're going to put back on. So now it's time to put the liner on there. So let's get to it. All right, our liner is back on the way it should be, the way it was. Our liner's good. I guess next we can go ahead and put the tire on before we go back under the hood, okay? So let's do that. Okay, we got the tire on. We put everything back. Got all our bolts for the engine mount back on there. Got our power steering back up there, connected the brake fluid holes. We put our battery back on. The car is absolutely dead, so we're gonna jump it with our handy dandy, fully charged. That's my wallet. Little booster. Here our handy dandy Stanley Fat Max. It's fully charged. It gets the job done, y'all. Alright. So let's get to it. So it's powered on, 3 bars, ready to go. fully dead battery. As you can hear, we got noise, and it's on. There we go. I'm gonna let it run for a good 20 minutes. And yeah, that's it. Again, the battery is fully dead. There's a very high idle for some reason, but I'm gonna take this off. And usually it would have cut off as soon as I take this off. It looks good. There we go. So it ran, as you can see, I moved it over here. It starts back up, but I start smelling some firelight, and it is smoking down here, pretty bad. I don't know where it's coming from. I'm gonna have to put it on the ramps and look at it and see what and what. But the job we came to do as far as the alternator, that is done, people. And we're just gonna, maybe I'll make a video of fixing or checking out and finding out what it is down here. I know it's a bad leak. I know it was an oil leak. And they said it smoked on this side before, so I'm gonna see what happened. It looks like the compressor, I did turn the air on. That's what it looks like. All right, I closed that, but so you guys can see that it'll start back up. I forgot, that's what I'm supposed to be showing you, right? Inside, start back up, no problem. It's not running high anymore. It's working, everything is good. All right. So that's how we put the alternator out and in of a 2006 Hyundai Tucson.